showtime.
And now they got their hooks into us. Don't know who's crazy enough to attack us, but it's time to end this, Iron Man.
What's up, Crossbones? Want to just give up and save yourself the embarrassment? They always choose embarrassment.
Hold on! Stabilizers are shot!
So, Flippy, what would you find on the outside of a tree?
Stay back. We have this under control.
B-level move, Crossbones. Attacking us by yourself?
Myself? Didn't you hear, Stark? It's bring a pal to work day!
Anyone hurt?
Should have installed rear view mirrors on that thing, Stark.
Grim Reaper? What? Is there a pirate theme going on here that I didn't get the memo for?
DBZ exclusive, Iron Man and Captain America under attack.
Iron Man! No!
This is the location.
Unless the onboard on my ship was lying. Why so jumpy, Crossbones? You aren't gonna blow this, are you? I thought all things Hydra was your deal.
It's not me I'm worried about. Just stick to the plan, keep the surprises to a minimum, and we might just make this work.
Surprises? Moi? You're the muscle on this team. He ain't just getting up and walking in. Open up. This good enough to get us into your little villain club, Red Skull?
Launch the sub.
Sub? Did you know this thing was a sub?
Volcano base, space station, sub, what's the diff? We're here. Smile.
MODOK, shall I destroy them for wasting our time?
No, it's definitely Stark's armor. Let's see what's inside.
Already tried. The tech is awesome. It's not gonna be easy to crack.
Don't insult me by assuming you possess anything close to my scientific expertise.
You're positive that it's on lockdown.
Why are you asking me? Do I look like Tony Stark to you? He's embedded neuroinhibitors into this armor, undoubtedly to protect himself from my technopathic abilities.
Does your scientific expertise need a wrench?
Quiet! As the saying goes, there is more than one way to crack an egg!
These chuckleheads got lucky and locked my armor, but that doesn't mean I'm out of the game.
What? I warned him.
Bring this iron carcass to my lab. I will rip that armor apart piece by piece!
It appears you are competent after all. There might be room for you in our Cabal.
Score?
It is said that together the Avengers can face threats no single hero can. Then, it is only fitting that we, their greatest foes, work together in order to destroy them.
This is bigger than we could have ever imagined.
Yeah, and I can imagine pretty big.
Breathtaking, is it not? They are building an army unlike any the world has ever seen.
How many troops you have?
More importantly, what are you paying them?
What's the date and location of our next target?
What kind of power source does this sub use?
These are sophisticated questions for mere foot soldiers.
Foot soldiers?
We took down Iron Man, which when we last checked, you failed to do.
Skull, who
Who are these blood sacks? We don't like their smell.
Vampires? You have vampires on board.
Step off, BT!
Reaper, what are you doing?
We don't like vampires, Bones, remember? They can take over anyone they bite. Not good for us. How the...
MODOK's security protocols dampen all tech aboard this sub. It keeps everyone on their best behavior. Further hostilities between members will be dealt with severely.
Dracula will hear of this outrage.
Dracula? Part of the Cabal?
You have no idea of the power we've amassed. Our guest has arrived.
Guest? We gotta be 2,000 feet down by now. Who
All stations, Atuma is here.
Atuma?
Skull! Atuma, warlord of Atlantis, has done as he has promised. He has the weapon. Now, let us see if you can do as you claim.
Come, warlord. You will see that everything we agreed to is going as planned. See to his soldiers. If the weapon does what Lord Atuma promises, our war against the Avengers ends today.
There's no technology that you can build that I cannot undo. I'm coming for you, Stark. No, an empty shell. We were attacked!
We are hungry. Bring us food.
You didn't just tell a guy who calls himself the Grim Reaper to bring you food, did you?
What'd you fellas like? A knuckle sandwich?
You seen enough then?
Oh yeah, I seen enough.
Reaper and Crossbones betrayed us. Bring them to my lab immediately.
Hey, Stark tricked us too, MODOK.
Yeah. How were we supposed to know that Stark wasn't in his armor?
Oh, because I am Stark.
Security breach! Tony Stark and Steve Rogers have infiltrated our ranks! All hands to the aquaport!
Great. Couldn't you have done that before they pulled off our masks?
Me? You practically did everything but surrender. What was that shock stunt you pulled on MODOK earlier?
It's called establishing credibility. Tony Stark would never let MODOK touch his armor without giving him a 20,000-volt iron slap.
I know you're enjoying the role-playing thing, Tony, but we gotta put an end to this game. Targets identified. Lock onto these coordinates. Avengers, assemble!
Hold up. My line. Avengers, assemble! Something's blocking the cart's transmission. Okay, I'll just summon my armor, and it'll be Iron Man to the... MODOK's dampeners. He's targeted our tech.
What's the location on the hostiles?
12 o'clock. 9 o'clock. 5 o'clock.
Okay, option 1, we escape through the aquaport into the water. Option 2, fight our way through to the Skull's communication center and count the Avengers from there.
Or, option awesome. I hack into MODOK's tracking systems, sneak into his lab, and get my armor back.
No, Tony, we don't have time.
There's always time when you're Tony Stark.
MODOK! Where are they?
I can't trace them. Stark must have hacked my systems.
Pathetic. Search the sub! You Atlanteans, check outside the ship!
My warriors only take orders from me, Skull.
Then tell them, Atuma.
I would watch your tongue, skeleton. This tin box of yours is floating in my ocean.
Your ocean has Avengers in it.
Warriors, search the waters. I will not risk the Avengers stealing our prize.
Looks like their little Cabal ain't the well-oiled machine Skull made it out to be.
That sounds familiar.
What? What are you saying?
I barely got you inside this air shaft in time. You put us in...
I blinded MODOK. You wanted to go down swimming or swinging?
As far as I can tell, those are still our only two options.
I knew this plan was a load of hooey. Skull must have put the knuckle down on Rogers. People, we got trouble with a capital T.
Worst Cap impression ever, Hawkeye.
What? Cap totally talks like that. Falcon, what's the status on their... what's the old-timey lingo for location?
Their signal went on the move. Some kind of underwater transport. I can't find it anywhere.
You should have sent me. I'm the professional spy, remember?
Reapers and Crossbones costumes wouldn't fit you.
I'm gonna hook up with S.H.I.E.L.D. to try and track them another way.
Or we can just ask him. Hulk style.
I like that idea.
MODOK's power dampener is most likely activated by the black box on his forehead. We shut it down and I can reactivate my armor.
Not that again. We got Skull, MODOK, and Atuma out looking for us. We need to get a signal back to the rest of the team and even up these... Hold on. What is that? That's the thing Atuma brought on board.
Skull said something about ending the war today. From the looks of those power signatures, he may be onto something.
These Atlanteans are stinking up the whole sub,
No time for flight. Moving to the fight option.
You know, this would be a lot easier if I had my armor and you had your shield. And we had the Hulk.
You're not looking at this in the right way, Tony. Step 1, ask yourself, what would a science whiz do? Step 2, I distract the target and let the whiz do his biz.
It's not being starved, he's doing it!
Step 3, we enjoy the view.
That actually worked.
Because that, my friend, was a...
Never thought I'd be happy to see vampires, but they're saving me from one of your lectures.
Steve, hold your breath! No, that's not a plan!
They must have escaped!
What kind of a technopath can't find two humans on a submarine that he has complete control over?
They will be captured soon enough, Skull. They cannot escape me forever. Besides, Stark is powerless without his armor. Just like you.
Do not push me, MODOK. No one's place in this Cabal is secure.
Sir, trident is free. At last.
Well, I don't like the sound of that.
We have to stop them, and this time we're not marching in and making it up as we go.
Look, I admit it. If you hadn't come up with this plan to infiltrate the Cabal, we never would have learned how serious this was getting.
Thanks, but
with my armor gone, all I can do is improvise. Steve, even without your shield, you're still Captain America. Without my armor, I'm just...
Tony Stark. The Tony Stark. Billionaire, genius. You're probably one of the 3 smartest men in the entire world. You're as tough as they come. You invented hardcore. The Avengers are lucky you're on our side.
Really? You know 2 people smarter than me.
Can't you just take a compliment?
Neptune's trident. A weapon of the gods. The power of the ocean itself. The Avengers shall fall, and all the nations of the world shall tremble before us.
Okay, I've got a plan.
You do? What is it?
Get caught.
Wait.
Hey, anyone know where I can get a giant salad fork?
Do you even know what a plan is?
So, Tony Stark and Steve Rogers. I should have guessed that Stark would do something as impulsive as this. But you, Captain, surprised me. Here, without shields or armor to protect you. Now you will both pay for it.
Not sure I'm seeing the brilliance of this plan yet, Tony.
You just aren't looking close enough, Steve.
Time to find out if the trident of Neptune lives up to its legend.
What are you doing? You rupture the hull!
It's true! The power to command the sea!
Wow, you really kill him in Vegas.
You mock us, Stark! With this trident, we have just weaponized water. 3/4 of the Earth is now the Cabal's to control.
You can have the Hudson River.
Put a sock in it. Seriously, is there an off switch on that mouth? Skull just told you that he's going to hold the entire world hostage, and you're cracking jokes?
You're the only joke here, Rogers. You super soldiers are all alike, living off the work of smarter men. Case in point, MODOK. He took my armor. All Skull did was put it on. And now look who's holding the trident.
Skull! You don't plan on keeping the trident for only yourself!
Only one can wield it at a time.
That was not our agreement. You released it for a tumor. Its power is derived from the ocean. I am its rightful lord.
I got these two. They're mine to destroy!
You there! I am a king. You are nothing but the Skull's lapdog.
King? You're a fishmonger. I am MODOK, master of science.
Enough! Don't you see they seek to divide us? They are playing you for fools.
I have heard enough of your insults, Iron Skull.
Hey, MODOK, you've got something on your forehead.
Good now?
We will be, in about 10 seconds. Stall it!
Consider installed.
Not this time, Avengers! What?
What can I say? I dress to impress.
You're too late to stop me, Stark! Not even your armor can save you from this!
Small Skull, a tumor shall show you the true power of the Seven Seas!
Done.
You fools! Do you realize what you've done?
Yeah. Stopped you from ruling the world.
You've unleashed the power of Neptune! You have angered the ocean itself!
Steve, hold on!
destroyed! I called them! Thanks for the lift, Hawkeye.
No problem, bucko.
I'll explain later. Where's the Cabal?
20,000 leagues under the sea, reevaluating their partnership.
I'm surprised you guys survived each other, much less the Cabal.
I recently learned it doesn't hurt to have a plan sometimes.
Oh, now isn't that ironic? Because I learned that sometimes you should just follow your gut.
So, like, are you pals gonna hug now or what?
Why are you still wearing my uniform?